The Walten Files is probably one of my favorite horror series that has ever came out, and it's also the scariest I've ever watched. In this video, I'm just going to talk to you guys what the Walten Files is, and why you guys should watch the series. I won't be spoiling anything in this video, because I genuinely think you guys should go out of your way to support the creator Martin Walls, the guy who created the series, and also it will be a better experience if you go and watch the series in your own time, rather than me just spoiling everything for you. If you guys do want to see a video of me talking about like the lore and what happens in each episode, I'm more than happy to do that. If this video does well, who knows? Maybe I will do something like that. So, without further ado, let me talk about the Walten Files. Now, what exactly is the Walten Files? The Walten Files is an analog horror series on YouTube made by a creator named Martin Walls in 2022. First episode was, really mind-blowing because no one hasn't seen analog horror in a 2D/3D-ish type of style. And people were really interested in the series. Then when the second episode dropped, they got more attention because that episode was more scarier and we got more lore out of that episode. And then when the third episode dropped, everyone knew who it was when the third episode came out, because that third episode was just that insanely good. Now, what is the plot and story around the Walten Files? The Walten Files is basically about a burger joint named Bond's Burgers. It's kind of like a Chuck E. Cheese style restaurant where you got all the animatronics that sing and dance and shit. There's 4 mainline animatronics. There's Bond, Shaw, Banny, and Buzu. There is also Billy, but Billy isn't really in the normal clips. He's more in the scary shit. The owners of the restaurant are named Jack and Felix. Jack and Felix, I find they aren't really the mainline characters, but they're the ones where we know a lot of lore about them. There are also other people that helped Jack and Felix make Bond's Burger reality. Like as an example, Rosemary, who's actually Jack's wife. Rosemary is mainly the designer for the animatronics. Like she designs what the animatronics would look like, and she also helps with the TV cartoon series. Yeah, I know. There's a cartoon series in another series. Insane. There is also Susan, who's basically the engineer of the team, basically making sure that the animatronics are functioning properly. And there's also Charles, who's the computer programmer. Another mainline character in the story is Sophie Walten. We basically get hints teasing her throughout the majority of the episode, but then we really get to know exactly who she is in the third episode, and we realize that she is the daughter of Jack. But what makes Sophie so important in the series? Let me tell you guys this. So in the first episode, we see that Bond, the animatronic, is trying to find Sophie. Bond finds a guy named Brian, and he thinks that Brian is Sophie, but in reality, it's not Sophie at all. Now, why exactly are the animatronics after Sophie? We don't have an answer to that yet. I mean, so for real, we do not have an answer why Sophie is the main target for the animatronics. So throughout the rest of these tapes, we find more lore about each character. Like as an example, in the recent episode 5, Faces of Grief, we mainly get to know a lot about Jack and Rosemary's family. While in the 4th episode, we get to see like a little bit of programming. We get to see stuff about Susan. Episode 3, we get to see a lot of Sophie. And 1 and 2 are just like commercials and just mini stuff. But you still get a lot of lore from the first 2 episodes as well. Now, what exactly makes me think that this is the scariest series I've ever watched? Now, for those who don't know, analog horror I find to be the scariest type of horror ever created, because I feel like it's the most realistic type of horror. Oh, my eyes are watering. Oh my god. The Walten Files is analog horror in a certain way that makes it extremely creepy. For most other analog horrors, you're mainly just getting the perspective of a person, or you're getting something from a commercial, and then it just kind of looks like messed up afterwards. With the Walten Files, for the first 2 episodes pretty much, they showcase commercials for the Bond's Burgers and why you should come here, and there's also a bunch of other videos about the company, but they do get into a twist that I haven't seen in the series, where it showcases like, oh, there's this person that existed, but now she's inside the fucking animatronic. That's scary. And it is not that the fact that like, oh, they just get stuffed at the animatronic. No, they do it in a style that makes it so goddamn creepy, and it's so disturbing. Literally, the first time, I'm pretty sure it was episode 2 I watched for the first time, I wasn't able to sleep for like a day or 2. It's that fucking scary. And then with the 5th episode that came out like not even like a week ago, I haven't been able to sleep for like 2 days ever since that episode dropped. So that just shows how petrifying and scary the series could be for someone like me. And throughout any other horror series I have watched, maybe Obsession, maybe Obsession could slide, but that's just a standalone film. Now, why exactly do I think this is the best horror series to ever come out? Number one, the story. I find that the Walten Files has a really good story. The settings, obviously, you know, I know they're mainly about the burger shop, or there's also like a facility that's in the woods, or like normal houses where the characters live. I get that there's not much of a setting, but the story that the Walten Files series tries to tell its audience, I find it to be really entertaining, because you're also learning a lot more, and also you don't know the full story, so it makes you guess like, oh, this could be this could be this, and then it answers your questions in the later episodes. I find that entertaining because, again, I haven't experienced that with any other horror series except for the Walten Files, and obviously Halloween, Friday the 13th, they're like in the fucking 80s, and I'm a 2007 kid. I also do find the lore extremely good. Like, I haven't seen a lore this good ever since, like, the FNAF lore. I have seen people get so many, like, they made so many theories about what the series is, about other questions like, oh, why is, as an example, why is Sophie the main attraction? We don't have an answer, but there's still thousands, if not hundreds and thousands of people guessing what that reason could be. And I haven't seen a fan base be that creative in a little while. The series throughout the years has had such a dramatic improvement. I am actually shocked of how good this YouTube series actually looks. If you look as an example, this is what the first episode looks like. This is what Bond, the animatronic, looks like in the first episode. You know, it looks not bad, right? It looks decent, okay? For something that was made in 2020, it looks alright. This is the newest episode that came out Friday. You're telling me a YouTube series can improve that much? And it's not just like how the animation looks. The acting is also extremely good. Like, I know, like, throughout the series, right, for episode 5 is the first episode to mainly get involved in the story, rather than, like, the commercialized or any other found footage type of stuff. Episode 5 genuinely feels like you're watching an actual, like, movie feed, like, you're like an actual movie, and you're watching it in a theater. That's how good this episode is, because it feels like an actual film. Even the sound effects are extremely good. I know, like, mainly in the 4 episodes, they don't really involve any sound effects. But in episode 5, I am so glad they got more focused into those sound effects. Because they don't, bro, dude, those sound effects are absolutely insane. I don't want to spoil you guys, or just tell you guys what the sound effects are, because I don't want to ruin the experience for you guys. But dude, the sound effects are really well done. Another thing I enjoy watching about the Walten Files is that they have hidden episodes. As an example, in the recent episode, there will be part of a YouTube link. What you would have to do is find one part of a YouTube link, go throughout the whole video, find the second part of the YouTube link, put those two together, and boom, hidden video. Oh, it's so fucking goated. Oh my god. In my opinion, 5 hidden episode has like the most lore out of it, while I like 4's hidden episode more better because, you know, it's more petrifying, I guess. Now, should you guys go out of your way and watch the Walten Files, in my opinion, please go and watch the Walten Files. This series is absolutely mind-blowing. Sure, maybe in the first episode, you're like, oh, Supersonic Swords was full of shit. But then you get into the second episode, and you're like, I gotta see his point. And then the third episode, you're like, oh, okay, I see his point. Trust me, the series is worth the watch. I know with the new episode that came out recently, and also the hidden episode, it's gonna be like 5.5 hours to probably finish the entire series. I'm telling you, it's a good 5.5 hours. I am 100% with you. I have been a fan of this series ever since it came out. So, as a true fan, I can 100% recommend this series to you. It is just that much worth watching. Before I end the video, I want to talk about a massive impact that has happened to the channel. I hit 500 subscribers. Now, on this account, I was just posting for my college program, or for college, or for any business that's interested in my, you know, editing style. I could just show them this account, and boom, there. All of my hard work on this account. The fact that it's actually getting attention is actually mind-blowing. Keep in mind, I've been doing YouTube for like 10 years, but I haven't taken it seriously, like editing wise, until like the 9th grade. But if you were to go to me 10 years ago and tell me that, hey, I know how to edit, I know how to do thumbnails, we hit 500, I will be mind blown, because I will not expect this account to do this good. So again, I just want to thank you guys so much for 800. Again, it's a huge milestone for me. Like, I was never expecting this account to get that much attention. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please go and watch the Walten Files, and I'll see you guys in the next video.